Hi there, everyone, and this is Krissy from InTheStarsByKrissy.com. So, in this video, I wanted to do a twin flame reading for the month of November 2021. So, if you're interested with that, stay tuned with the video as I go and tune into what will be the messages and guidance that will be in store for you guys if you are in a twin flame relationship, in a soul contract with a specific person, or this reading can actually work on any type of relationship, if you will, as we are going to be taking a look on what the other person is feeling or thinking, any form of messages that comes in that situation, and where you are coming from all at the same time. So that's what we are working on to this video. Now, one thing though, I also wanted to showcase my deck. This is actually a twin flame deck that I made, though this is a prototype, so it's not the final outcome. So I know a lot of people have done their reservation, so I really don't like how this actually turned out. So I'm going to have a printing press to actually reprint this in a way that I personally like. But the messages here are all going to be the same. So I wanted to show you guys how you can use it once you've made your orders and once you get the deck, basically. Anyways, I've already pre-shuffled the cards, so let me begin with the month of November 2021, basically, in terms of twin flame connections and stuff like that. So give me a moment to tune in and everything else um, as we work through things. Whenever I do readings, the reason why I don't like showing how I shuffle and everything or how I get the cards is because I need to have that quiet time for me to actually tune into the situation, basically. So these are going to be the themes that will be showing up for the month of November, basically. So the first card that we have over here is the card of Again. I'm not sure if you guys are actually seeing this. Card of Again. Yeah. And we also have here the card of the Union and card of Not Ready. So it basically says here that, again, I think I want to be with you again. Union is about you and me. And not ready, I'm just not ready to talk right now. So the first initial thing that I am really seeing here is that more of that energy of really wanting to connect with someone or wanting to be with your lover again if you are not in a relationship, or maybe you had some form of separation and stuff like that. There's an energy here of thinking of that special person, of your twin lover, basically wanting to bond or have that rebonding to happen and occur. But at the same time, there are something that is not entirely progressing into the situation. You know, this could be a situation wherein you guys are not really talking yet, or there is no communication, but there is an essence and energy of wanting and missing that person, of really wanting to be with that person, wanting to reunite and reconcile, but not being able to really take the action, or not being very much ready to speak up and express and tell that person that you want to be with them. So these are the things that might be showing up. So, and then let me pick more cards for this. Okay, so this spread over here is actually more about what your twin flame lover, the divine male, is thinking right now or feeling regarding the situation that you are in. And what we have here is the eyes, progress, and to act. That's actually pretty good. But what our twin divine female lover is actually taking into consideration here is the block, breakup, and do you. So this is actually very interesting, and they are actually correlating to one another. And I'll explain to you guys what I am picking up over this. Basically, whenever the eyes shows up, there is an element of thinking and confusion, or having that energy of um, being an playing an observing role in like thinking or wanting to spy on someone. Maybe your divine male is actually looking for you or trying to find you, or at the very least, you might not feel them. They might not be showing you anything right now, but they're actually observing the situation at the same time. There is a form of progress. It says here, the progress card actually tells here that it's finally falling into place. So, someone, if your twin lover is not looking at you, has not been finding you or looking at you for quite some time, they're not paying attention to you and what you feel. This is giving us a situation here that there could be some form of progress that might actually show up. There could be an element wherein they're finally looking your path, they're finally looking your way. And here the card of to act means I will take action now. So they are at that element of I'm looking at you, I'm finding you, and I'm wanting to act. So this is really more of a situation of I'm I'm actually missing that person, and I feel like I wanted to connect with you. I want to bond with you, and to be with you and stuff like that. However, our twin female lover here is having a card of block, which is obstacles and delays, a breakup, separations and distance, and the card of do you still think of me. This is not really telling us that there is a form of breakup or anything, but this is really more on what the girl or the female divine lover is actually feeling right now. They're feeling that um that pain of the separation that you and the other person have experienced. They are really more stuck in the process of, basically, they are feeling that separating factor of being separated with their divine male. Basically, they're feeling that situation that we are not together, and we're not together, but I'm actually wondering if you're still thinking of me, or is this the end of this relationship and stuff like that. So they are not really entirely at the same wavelength, but not in a negative way. The divine female does not even know that the divine male is now about to venture into their life. However, they are more of that situation wherein, in tarot, this is like the Nine of Swords, wherein I'm having a lot of anxiety into the situation. However, this is like the Eight of Pentacles, wherein um, I think I want to work through things, but I want to play it safe, or maybe a situation wherein um, I think I want to, I don't know. I think I want to take it slow. I want to be sure of what I'll be doing. I wanted to be very sure that if I go back into your life, I'll be staying there for good. Because right now, I'm basically acting or wanting upon my desires, but I don't know if this is the right action to take. However, this divine female is basically more at that situation on um, really feeling that energy of emptiness, of that situation that I am not with my lover. So there's an essence of loneliness and thinking of that person. Does that person think of me or not? And stuff like that. So we clearly are seeing that they are both thinking of being with each other, but at the same time there are a lot of unanswered questions, which entirely makes sense because um, they are not yet together. There is no reunion occurring yet because of other factors involved, but they both have that willingness of wanting to be together again. Hence, we have here the again card. So we have that situation going on. And then let me pick a few more. Okay. So, um, so these three cards are really more about where things are going, the overall outcome of this entire setup and situation. And we have here the thoughts card, which is still thinking of you. And then over here is that wanting, I want you back. And here comes the card of open, which is opportunity that comes. So we are seeing here that the month of November is really more about that realization of you wanting to be with your divine lover, of you thinking of your lover, that desire of wanting to be with your lover, and that energy wherein you are being open, maybe your heart chakra is open and you are unblocking your throat chakra to wanting to speak with that person once again. So there is an element here of wanting to be with that person and stuff like that. So there is an essence here of wanting to reconcile, wanting to be with that person, opening locked doors into the situations. But however, I kind of feel that this has an element of a Pandora box wherein you just don't know where things are going to end up. You are being filled with a lot of desires into the situation, and uh, there is an element here wherein some form of spark really opens up for you, um, a chance to a chance for something. You might find out something with your lover, but it's not necessarily to the point wherein there is going to be a communication. It's like an awareness or an intuitive insight that comes, that it's like it's like a coming together that is happening in the spiritual realm, that is not yet manifesting in the physical reality, but it will soon occur in the physical realm, basically, is what we're seeing. So yeah, let me just pick one more card just to seal this reading, to give us, like, a very uh, situation that might be, a bigger thing into this. Okay, so we have here the card of waiting. We also have here the card of anger and the card of stop. So I basically got the anger first, the stop, and the waiting. So yeah. So some people might find this very confusing because the anger has a lot to do with agitations and frustrations. And then we also have here the energy of stop, because this is an element of, I think we need to go on separate ways, but there's also an element of waiting. So I kind of feel that this could be a situation wherein there has been a lot of intense struggle with our divine lovers. So there could be an element wherein you might have ended your relationship with your partner in a very, I don't know, aggressive way, or in a way wherein things are did not really ended up in a happily note. It's not a peaceful kind of a breakup or a situation, and you end up just, wanting to break away with that relationship and situation. But oddly enough, you're also still wanting or waiting for this person or waiting for something. It's like, what separated the two of you is really more of a pause. Uh, you know, maybe the two of you just wanted to cool things off, and right now something is now being opened up into the situation because you both are now willing to actually face whatever problems or whatever anger issues you guys encountered or had into the situation, and it's time for you guys to actually heal on this, um, all at the same time. So also, there could be an element here wherein, there's an element here that you both come to that realization that I have done my best to try and forget you, but I just cannot. I cannot forget you. And that's probably the reasons wherein, you are not ready, because there's a lot of conflicting energies here of, I wanted to be with that person, I still want to be with them, but the mess of how things have ended, the situations of how things came to be, um, can be, there's a lot of friction right there. And I kind of feel that there's a lack of communication here, even though that you had communication in the past. I kind of feel that this is more of a situation that things were not clear. Something here in the situation was, there were a lot of unsaid things, and a lot of insecurity came into the situation all at the same time, which created a lot of confusion in the process. The fact that the female lover here is that having a lot of questions. Are you thinking of me? Do you still love me? Maybe you've blocked me or something like that, and I'm feeling that constrained into the situation, not knowing that the other person is actually there looking at them, finding them, but not yet acting upon what they truly intending, basically. And so yeah, there's going to be an element here wherein there's going to be a lot of realization that's going to come up, and this is going to be the key, like the opening doors and opportunity that comes within the month of November, that makes these divine lovers come to realize that they cannot be without each other, that they cannot just be separated, or at the very least they cannot find the fulfillment that they had with a different person. They still wanted to be together, they still wanted each other, basically. And despite the separation factor that has occurred, there has been a lack of things going on, but it's simply an element of pause. A pause has occurred into the relationship, and now an opportunity to open and a chance for reconciliation is being brought into the story here, but it's not within the month, basically. But the chances of thinking of wanting to reconcile, it's like our heart is suddenly slowly being opened once again, even though for the longest time it has been closed off. Not the divine lover, the male lover is actually thinking of a different path in their life, and the female is also looking at a different path. But this is the month wherein they actually look at each other. They're not seeing each other, but they are wanting to slowly go back and slowly put the puzzles of the pieces together to be together again, to harmonize that relationship, basically, is what we are seeing here with this reading. So yeah, so for this is what I'm actually seeing. So this is really more of a channeling message based on um the cards that I have over here. Whenever I do twin flame reading, I always make sure to check in what is happening to the other person, what is happening to the other the other person as well, and connect the dots, you know. So yeah. So that's it for my twin flame reading for you guys for this month of November 2021. I do hope you enjoyed this impromptu reading as much as I did. So yeah, by the way, I really like the design that I've made over here. It really signifies that twin flame. It has that infinity symbol, the heart symbols all intertwined together. So yeah, if you do want to make some reservations regarding this deck once it gets finalized and from the printing press and stuff like that, I'll leave a form link down the description of this video. You can make your reservations right there to order because it's actually a very thick one, you know, very huge amount of cards over here that you can use for your own readings. As an addition, you can use it for clarifying with your tarot or different kinds of divination. So it really is up to you. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and tuning in with me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.